Hello all, and welcome to my Q&A. So, I'm going to be answering all the questions you asked me. To make it simpler and easier and faster, I'm definitely not going to be answering repeat questions, as well as the fact I might not be answering or telling you guys some of the names of the people who asked the questions, just to speed things along a bit, because we have somewhere between 200 and 300 questions. I'm going to try to get through them all, but I might not. This might be a very long video. There's going to be no editing, no graphics, no nothing. It's going to be straight, raw cut. So let's hope I don't blooper, eh? So Matt Smalls, he says first, Thomas Wooden Stories. Why do you decide to come back to YouTube? Now, I'm sure, like, around a quarter of the people who ask questions ask me that when they ask multiple. Let's keep it straight. So, I just miss making my series. Not anything else, it's just my series, which was the motivating fact for me coming back. I had always had a plot line, I always had a story arc that I wanted to finish. I just got to the point where I was getting good. But why I wanted to come back really ties into a lot to why I left. So I'm going to answer both of those questions because I'm pretty sure someone asked me that and the hundreds of questions I've gotten. So I left because I couldn't make my series, basically. I just, no matter what I did, I couldn't fit time in for my series, and I wasn't having fun doing anything else, and so I couldn't do my main objective, and it was just a big time suck. And so I just decided to leave because of those reasons mainly. And I came back because I thought I found a way to do it and just do my series, and I was motivated enough to make my series again. And as you guys will see, I'm hoping to get an episode out every month until June, and then in the summer make enough content to last until the next summer after that. There might be a 3-month break from episodes in the summer, but you'll get paid back with the movie and the amount of work I'll do on stuff in the summer. There'll be other episodes to come, and there'll be other videos to come in the summer, so don't worry about content for me. Right now I'm just finishing up the last of this year's videos that are going to come out until June. Especially with the set. This is the second last set I have to do on that. Just on a quick note of clarification on my leaving video originally, I said one of the reasons I was leaving was because it was only subscriptions motivating me. And I wasn't referring to the people subscribers, I was referring to the more of the number of subscribers and the more fame, as opposed to the actual real people behind it, and that's why I left. As opposed to now, my motivation is purely combination of subscribers wanting to see more videos and combination of me actually wanting to make it. So I just wanted to really clarify that. And sorry about any time that the camera stops or shakes or moves suddenly. It means that either it stopped for some reason, or I need to change the battery or change the memory card, because this is going to take a while. So let's get to the next question. Wooden Tom Tom, my question was, how is your day? Very good. I'm recording this on Boxing Day in Canada, which is the day after Christmas for all of you that don't celebrate Boxing Day. And it's been good so far. I woke up, I filmed what I needed to film on the set, I was about to take it down. I only used it for like an hour of filming and I was sad, so I decided I would use it for this. And I had a good breakfast, so that was how my day was. What's your opinion of the Great Race? I haven't seen it. What is a wooden railway item that you want Mattel to make? Donald and Douglas again, maybe? Will you make any remakes? Yes. One until summertime. After that, I don't know. I'm not big into remakes. I only make remakes when I think it's something I could really, really do different than other people, or it's something as a part of something else. So I don't think many for me, but at least one for summer, between now and summertime. What does the entire realm of Thomas the Tank Engine mean to you? Well, for me, the realm means a lot about the Railway series and the history of it. It means, for me personally, it's just the Railway series. But the Railway series means to me just it shows the struggle and the changing times and the old ways versus the new ways, and it shows still core values underlined, interesting story arcs and plot lines. So just a really interesting world and a really interesting realm. It means it's basically an imaginary world that I can imagine myself and agree with what I'm imagining. It means a lot, in short. Oh boy, Night Train is coming with a bunch here, so this is probably going to take a lot of the double questions that people in the future are going to ask. What engine got you the most damage in any of your episodes except for the knockoff, or filming of any of your videos except for the knockoff project? Definitely this one tar taker I filmed outside once on last year's Christmas, 2 years ago's Christmas short, and I left it in a thing with water, and I got all seeped into it, and the paint all chipped away, and I decided to use it as for parts, so I used the wheels on a different model and such and so forth. I just cannibalized it, so it was mostly that, but then it just got worse and worse as it went on. What is your favorite episode of your series? That's a very good question. I liked just the remastered episode 9, but in terms of plot line, episode 3 has a very hard one to beat. That one has one of the best writing in my series. Opinion of the 2017 stuff. I haven't seen much of it. I've seen the Trevor. I've seen that freaking propeller engine. Not much else. What are you going to do? I don't have a big opinion on it. I saw that one with Scruffy. That one looks interesting. Let's see here. Favorite non-Thomas character bases not used in the show, such as J50. So, the CPR class I like. It's I can't remember the name. Royal Pacific, I think. It's something else. It's not Royal Pacific. It's something like that. It's Royal Hudson. That's it. The Royal Hudson of the CPR, Canadian Pacific Railway, is one of my favorite non-show models. In terms of British, I'm not sure. I don't know too much about non-Thomas British locomotives. I know a bunch about the railways, just not the locomotives that go on them. Let's see what else. What episode was the most enjoyable to make? Oof. I've really had fun making this latest batch. They were all kind of equally enjoyable to make. I don't really see a difference in their enjoyability. For me, at least. So let's see. Favorite color? Red. Favorite Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends episode? Good question. Well, if it's an episode of the actual show, as I think you're referring, I think it would have, something like the Flying Kipper, or something basic and classic like that is really top notch. Let's see what else. Least favorite episode of the series, excluding the Miller era. I don't know, something probably right before Miller took over. Honestly, it's Rusty to the Rescue or something. It makes my least favorite, mostly because of the fact they introduced a narrow gauge bridge to the mainland. That's kind of like, just triggers me completely. Let's see here. If you were to be any class of locomotive, what would I be? Well, it would be a class that would get preserved and not get killed. And yeah, that would be my main goal. Anything that would do that. Fast, preferably. Maybe makes traffic, I don't know. So let's see. Favorite scrappage? I don't know. Least favorite season 1 episode? I can't tell you. I haven't seen season 1 in a while. Is there going to be any railway series? Is your series going off the railway series or TV series? Oh, most definitely railway series. Thoughts on the Great Race? Haven't seen it. Opinions of Canada? I love it. Opinions on American engines? Canadian engines now. That's something different. Opinion on people saying first. Don't care. What is your most prized wooden railway custom? I think I did a pretty good job. I'm going to say most prized is the same thing as best or favorite. I think my Green Gordon did that pretty well. Can't go too close because of focusing on the lighting. My Green Gordon, that went off pretty well. Either that or my custom model Peter and Edward in their railway series, not railway series, their Furnace Railway livery was also pretty good. What's the one I most hated? Well, my early Donald Douglas was bad. My early Are still engines is bad. I'm not even going to bring that up. Don't ask. Anything early was bad. Everything from Scarlet Railway on I liked. So I don't know. Keep going. Let's see here. Who do I hate most as a character? Billy. It's the most beautiful Thomas model I have. I don't know. I think the simplicity of the original Thomas is pretty good myself. What is my biggest regret? I don't know. What do you want to... Sorry. Who do you want to brought back to your series? Who do I want to be brought back to my series? Well, I don't think anyone's left my series, so I've started off with all the Railway series kind of in the early 70s sort of, and I've gone from then, and I've hopped around which books I've kept in my series basically, and built on everything from then. The early episodes are based in the 60s and 70s and 80s, and later episodes, like I've always used First Christmas is set in 2007, I think, or something around that, 2005 maybe. And it's going to keep going up. There might be a few that go back in terms of what date set, and so I don't know if I'm going to ever bring back anyone, because I'm just going, I've never had anyone leave. Opinion of Chuggington, dislike. What is the answer to life? Enjoy it and improve it for the others around you. Am I being annoying? Of course not. Do you think Chuggington is a copy of Thomas the Tank Engine's Friends? Of course it is, by Disney to just cash in. Will you repaint wooden railway engines that were from the TV series into Railway series liveries? Yes, I've been doing that, and I'll continue to do that. I don't know when it's going to stop. I'll see how I feel. Alright, finally, next person. Are you part of the TCC? Now, this one was asked a lot. I've read throughout the rest of the thing. So let me just do a bit on the TCC in general. So, when I came back, I didn't know what the heck it was. I left before the TCC was even prominent. So, my opinion of it in general, I am really neutrally opinionated to it. Of course, I would prefer these people to be making better written videos, because the writing of the TCC is pretty lacking on average compared to what these people would do for the normal writing. But I don't blame a single user involved in it. At the end of the day, you have to do what you have to do to maintain being able to make videos. So if your options are down to not making videos or doing it in a certain way or whatnot, I can 1000% understand it. I 1000% understand why these people are doing it. I don't blame them. I don't dislike it, but I am not the biggest fan of the average cookie cutter TCC episode. I like some of them. If it came to the fact with me being involved with the TCC, in terms of small things I would probably accept, but in terms of spending a huge amount of time on it, or taking time away from my main series, I would have to seriously consider it and what it would offer me. But I'm open to it, because at the end of the day, you do what you have to do to keep making videos. If it comes to the point where in the summertime I have to take a week off a job to make videos for the next year or something like that, there has to be something more on my end if I have to do it in certain ways, give or take. So it's all a give and take with these videos in real life. So I understand and don't blame anyone from the TCC, and I don't think I would get involved with being in the main part. And no one's approached me or even talked to me. I don't think they ever will. So, I don't know. I'm friends, however, with a lot of people who run it, and I've known them, a lot of them, somewhat well, and I like the vast majority of those people. Let's keep going. I haven't seen any 27 episodes. No, I haven't. What made you want to rejoin the TVOC? I've already mentioned that. Do you plan on making any trademark reviews? So I had done 49 trademark reviews. I originally, before I left, planned to make my 50th a big blowout bash, massive thing. It was going to be the whole climax of the crossover saga at the time. But that was cancelled. That video was cancelled. The whole thing was cancelled. So I think I will eventually make a 50th trademark review, but it's not going to be anything small. And then after I get through 50th, I'll return to my normal reviews, but that's not going to be until summer. So no in the short term, yes by the summer. And episodes are my first priority by far. Do you plan on making any more crossovers? Yes, with Diesel Fan 08. I plan to make 7 more by the end of this month. Jokes, by the way. Maybe. Who knows? Well, training art reviews, crossovers, same thing nowadays. Thoughts on community at the moment? Pretty good. Don't see any problems. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of good videos being made. I like how the quality's really improved. That's one big thing. The quality's gone like whoosh since I've been gone. Digital loop. If you could live anywhere in Solder, where would you live? Lake Mackinac in the middle of the island, the center of the middle of the island, kind of the northern area, looks beautiful on a map. Probably be nice in a quiet area. Something along a small branch line, like I don't think Duck's branch line or Thomas's branch line, but who knows? Maybe something along the Peel Goddard line or something along. A small village would be probably my style, with a big amount of land that looks out into a valley with preferably a railway in it. So, wherever that would be. Okay. Favorite season? 1. Favorite episode? I mentioned that. Favorite special? I honestly don't know. Thomas the Magic Railroad, maybe? I didn't really like any other special other than that. And I don't think it's bad as people say it was. Smaller CGI model, thoughts on mostly CGI in terms of visual, the model in terms of what the stories were being told at the time. Thoughts on season 20, haven't seen it. Which characters in the Railway series / TV series would you like to see in season 21? Don't care. Whatever makes the best models. How did you get into Thomas, and what would you like to show? Would you like to show if it ever ends, or whatever that question was? So, in regards to the show ending, I wouldn't really. I guess the show ending would result in the merchandise ending and the brand ending, so that would be pretty bad for us in terms of having no Thomas Central Station, and it would stop new fans coming in. So it would be pretty bad for us in terms of a fandom. But I wouldn't mind not seeing any new episodes. So I don't think the show should end, but I wouldn't mind not seeing any new episodes, if that makes sense. I wouldn't freak out, basically. And I've screwed up my comments, so 1 second. Alright, let's keep going. So, next set of questions. TDR fan 128. I have not seen any season 20 episodes, is the response. Answered those questions. Yeah, I'll make some more training yard reviews when I get around to it. Basically, when I have time in the summertime, I will. And after I get my 50th out of the way, I was planning a big special for my 50th review. And that's still happening. It's gone through major changes since its original incarnation, mostly because I had to leave and come back. But there's going to be something big for my 50th training yard review, don't you worry. Let's see what else. Yeah, that kind of, it's going to be a crossover. And so there will be more crossovers after my 50th training yard review. Well, I've answered all these freaking questions. Alright, let's get to the next one. Model CGI, CGI visual model story. Thoughts on season 20? Haven't seen it. What's your character from the Railway series? That's TV series. You want to return season 21. I have a Hugh. Let's make some more models of that. No, Bear. I want good model of Bear. That's final answer. Anyways, let's see. How did you get Thomas, and how did you get into Thomas, and what would you do if the show ever ends? I've talked about the ending. If it ends, I think it's about time, but it's going to be bad for us. It's going to be stopping the new fans, stopping the merchandise. The list goes on of what's horrible for us, so I don't want it to end, but I don't care if it did end other than that. So I do care if it did end, I should say, but I'm not too fussed about the episodes, if you get my meaning. The series I don't really care, but it's the impacts, the ramifications of ending the series that I'm concerned about. Yes, and yeah. What's my goals for 2017? Well, to have an episode every month until June, and then to have episodes every month starting again in September, and to do a crap ton in the summertime and do random videos in between. Let's keep going. Narrow Gauge, and he's a damn good voice actor. He did Scarlowy in my last episode. He's going to be doing a few other good voices to come. Even though you said in an older video that you prefer the Railway series, do you favor the Railway series episodes? Yes, I much favor the Railway series writing episodes, you name it. There's barely any which are not Railway series that I really enjoy a lot from the TV series. Have you ever seen Friedrich the German Engine? Yes, and I've enjoyed it very much, and I've seen a lot of the when I left, it was in the early stages of production. What was your favorite food? Yams. What's custom you're most proud of? I've said that one. What is your inspiration to the series take place in the Railway series canon? The Railway series. And also a bit Wild Northwestern. Wild Northwestern was really, I think I got into it a lot before. I mean, after I started making videos, so Wild Northwestern really hits it out of the park. How big is your room you are in? Not that big. It's as wide as you can see back there. And if you ever see the zoomed out with, here, let's just frickin' do this, okay. So here's this. Here's collection stuff. There's the doorway. I have an orange screen up right now. And it goes back to here. I'm just going to, for a few reasons with my tripod, just do this. This is just the little door I used to get in here. Today I'm filming in it, but I just have a collection and crap behind there. So that's what this end looks like. Yeah, that's my room that I'm in right now. I hope you enjoyed this little tour. That big. Why did you stop shaving? I haven't stopped shaving. As you notice, there is a line of no facial hair right here, and I do not have a neck beard. So I'm basically doing a reversed Hero of the Japanese Train beard look. Do you think that it is a good idea for me to review every season of Thomas the Tank Engines and Friends? For your sanity, no. For your publicity, yes. And that's the Coldy fellow. Will you feature any original characters in your series? Well, I like to think a lot of the characters I have been featuring are original. So everyone has their own take on Barry. I like to think that's a bit original. I like to think that my Murdoch was my only original character. I like to think that Fergus and Harvey, starting episode 5, are going to be original characters. Even though that they have their model released in other characters, I'm basically starting from scratch on their character, so to speak. Same with Ivo Hugh. Ivo Hugh never talked, and then episode 9, I like to think I built up a whole story with him, so I hope that's original characters. But eventually, in a far-flung in my series, there will be actual, and Rowan and Peter. Peter's, now you can't argue that Peter's an original character, and same with Rowan, from my old movie. And then in the future, I will be introducing more 100% original characters that aren't the same name as their TV series counterpart for their model. Is there a custom Pepinema coming? Well, I got these ages ago, and if I could ever find the last parts of these on eBay, which is very hard to do, there will be one coming. And that would be integrated into my series at the time I do that, as I've started before they were integrated into the Railway series, and I just haven't gotten to that point in my series yet. Favorite snow, where am I? So why was the amount of the questions limit 267? So that's my student name, Oliver267, and my original preferred username. So way back in 2010, I made this channel before I even discovered what Thomas Wooden Railway Community was. Comment and post, I thought it was asking for personal information, so I put random numbers in. And then fast forward 2 years, found Thomas Wooden Railway. I wanted to make it my own channel. I used the same channel. I changed my old channel name to Oliver267. Back then there was this thing called channel name versus your username, and so you can go to your channel and have it be called that, but then you post a comment and it's called something else. And so I figured that was okay, but then it wasn't, so then I just changed. When Google Plus rolled around, I joined Google Plus, connected with Google Plus or whatever it was back in the day, and changed my Google Plus name to Oliver Space Duck, as opposed to Oliver Duck or Oliver267, which was my preferred username. And so that was the long road to getting my name, but then I decided to keep my channel name Oliver267. So that was, or I have Oliver267 Studios, more particular. And so after they took away your channel name versus your username, I kept my studio name as Oliver 267 Studios as a homage to that, and as a homage to the Oliver 267 Studios, I put that as my question limit. What is your favorite custom? Same with Green Gordon. What is your favorite food? Yams. What is your what do you like? Video games? No, not very much. Favorite real life locomotive? I've covered that. Favorite railway series storybook? Enterprising Engines, obviously. Favorite era of PWR? Probably classic, honestly. Like early first 5 years sort of thing. How many episodes of your series will there be? Hopefully 30, give or take. Do you like Thomas Minis? I don't know what they are. Reverend or Christopher? Reverend by far. Favorite real world railway? Good question. Gotta hit home for that. Don't want to say it because it might feel too close to where I live, but one of the ones in Canada, an old railway before it was merged together and eventually became a part of the Canadian National Railway. Let's keep going. Do I play an instrument? Yes, I play baritone saxophone. That's this like this big, deep, low saxophone. I also play bagpipes. And favorite theme, I would have to say Dawn. Douglas's theme. You might see those two last things I just said mix eventually. And I do not believe mayonnaise is an instrument. Thank you, Easy Cool D. What are your thoughts on Mattel and wooden railway items? Well, item to item is different. Nowadays they're just trying to make it so they look realistic and cost cheap to make. So more realism. So judging on today's wooden railway, the better they look, more realistic they look, and more wooden they are, the better they are for me. What are your thoughts on Sort of Legend of the Lost Treasure and Adventure Begins? Adventure Begins, I thought it triggered me a wee bit because they tried to reference the classic old stuff in Railway series, but they kept on screwing up and missing the whole time, and I haven't seen the other one that you referenced. Can I do a crossover on Hank if you haven't? Well, I haven't done a crossover on Hank, but I don't even have a Hank. Have you heard news about ARC? Sad, right? I thought they didn't close down. I thought they kept open. I might be wrong. Who knows? What is your most valuable TDR item that's other than your white face? Oh, that's a good question. Probably this old speckled coal Thomas. Because it has speckled coal instead of the lighting's crap over there. But it has speckled coal in its hopper instead of... Yeah, there we go. It has speckled coal on its hopper instead of solid. So I've never seen that anywhere else. So I think that would be pretty rare. It's pretty special. That might go for a pretty penny. Other than that, the normal rare items, Stanford Express coach sort of thing, or the Top Hats card. I don't really have too much special. 92 Topi sort of thing. 94 Duck. 92 James. Kind of the averages. How did you get your two white faces? Garage sale? $5 each. Do you keep up with the TV series? No. Are you a fan of Robbie Rotten? I am neutral. He seems like a nice fellow. Will you ever go on a Grease and Oil podcast? I have not been asked, and I probably would if I was asked. What is your opinion on the Brio Thomas engine and set? I approve. Are you a brony? Gosh, no. Is there going to be a model project on Brown Thomas? Maybe. What is your favorite non-Thomas web series? I don't have one, I don't think. I used to watch a few, but after I finished watching them and they stopped, I don't remember them too much. So, I don't know. Do you know a user called Diesel the Tank Engine? If so, what's your thoughts on him? I do not know him. What is your favorite anime? Avatar, The Last Airbender. Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon? Well, right, America. So in Canada, we don't have those channels. We have Teletoon, YTV, and Family Network. We don't have the Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, and Cartoon Network. So I don't know. I've never watched either of those networks. What is your favorite Cartoon Network show? I am not sure because I don't know what Cartoon Network is. While you were away, what was your thoughts on season 19 to 20 and episode 10 specials? I have not watched them. What is your favorite custom model that you are proud to make? That Gordon, like I mentioned earlier. My favorite Thomas special, I mentioned earlier. Favorite model from the Thomas Wooden Railway range. Good question. I think the express coaches are pretty much the most basic thing that you need, and they're my favorite model because they're the most needed model. That opinion changes day to day of what's my favorite model. What's the worst custom you made? Answer that. Favorite custom. Okay. So, yeah, how's your day going? Answer that. Why did you come back? Answer that. What do you call yourself? Oliver Duck. That's why I said that. What's your favorite custom out of all that you've made? I've answered that. What's the worst? I've answered all the Flying Thistles Studios questions. Sorry. Can we go suit shopping sometime? No, this is not an innuendo. Yes. So Mr. High, his username is High and his profile picture is High. I would love to go suit shopping with you. If you're ever in Ontario, just ring me up, bro, and we'll go. I know the best places. We're going to go suit shopping. I promise you. Go suit shopping. Do you own any Trackmaster/Tony items? No. Do you work with the TCC? Answer that. What's your favorite custom you've ever made? Sorry, answer that. How do you grow a beard like yours? Well, just really try hard. Let puberty run you over like a train. Yeah. William Plevesky asks several questions. Number 1. What is your favorite class of steam locomotive? The CPR Royal Hudson is probably one of my favorite classes. Other than that, there's some really interesting mid-size ones, can't think of the names off their heads, but peppercorns, those are nice. Stuff like that. The old pre-merger stuff. Have you ever accidentally broke? So I've said that. What is your favorite Coldy fell engine? Well, we only know really 2, Coldy and Lord Harry. So I would say Coldy because Lord Harry was literally just there to be a jerk. Let's see what else we have here. Backman or Hornby? Hornby. Thoughts on Solar Legend Lost Treasure? Haven't seen it. Have I? Can't remember. So sorry. How was the break from YouTube? Pretty good. How many episodes until the season is done? There's 10 episodes in a season. For me, at least. And when it ends, will there be another season? 2 others, hopefully. It might be extended depending on how I feel by the end of the 3rd, but I have my stories written out for 3 seasons as scripts started for each one for the 30 episodes and the overhanging plot line done. So there's stuff being referenced in it now that's going to be included in episode 30. What is your opinion, the golden age of TWR, the early ages, because that's when it was actually just simple and basic and nostalgic. What is the editing software you use? Well, the editing software I use and 3/4 of the community's bigger members, I'm not even joking, I can list them off right now. Roman TWR Empire, myself, Duncan Wooden Railway, Lego Lover 117, Hero of the Japanese Train. The list goes on and on and on and on with the people that have Camtasia Studios and use it to edit. It is endless amount of people. It all started when Ellinger Flight Scotsman was recommended by this man called Peter to use it, and then it spread from him to Jack Calloway, and then eventually to the rest of the community, including myself, and then I've done my part to help spread it. So it's gone around like a plague, contaminating everyone. And finally, number 10, what is your favorite TWR destination? Well, that's a good question. Well, stations. I tend to like Ellsworth Station because it's just a simple, small station. There's not much to it. The work shed is also pretty much my favorite destination because it's just simple, plain, what you need to do to get stuff done. And that's his questions. Next questions. Have you ever caught up on TTE related content? No. What is appealing about the Railway series in general? The realism of it and how they put all of Britain's railways on one island and have it fight through time. And it was just really interesting seeing this alternate history of the world with this island in place. Have you been liking or watching any content that I was wait? Yes, I have been liking it and watching it. I've been binge watching it mostly, and yeah, it's going well. What have you been doing since your last year? Well, rugby, school, projects, etc., personal life. Have you watched Super Mario Logan? No, I have not. What is your favorite Thomas DVD VHS? Give me more than one. Minus. Yeah. Probably something classic, one of the originals. Have you ever shot someone before? From Dieselfan 08. I have not shot anyone Dieselfan 08. Mike D57 asks, well, here am I. One, who is your favorite character and why? I've always said Oliver. I don't know why, honestly. What other interests do you have besides Thomas? I don't want to get into them all here. I play rugby a lot of academic related interests, several other things, but I don't want to state them online. Favorite fan-made series, Wild Nor'Westerns. Top 3 best customs models you've done the top 1. Top 2 would probably the Edward and Peter customs, and then 3. I like the new. I've redone my blue Donald Douglas, so they're better, as well as the blue Henry are pretty good. So all those are pretty good, and also my Scarlet Railway. So I'm going to say everything for that one. Who is your favorite Andrew Brenner depiction of a classic series character? Whether it's Andre's original. So when I saw Bits of Season 17, I didn't really like how he portrayed Oliver. I didn't like how he portrayed Duck. So I hate everything. Do you think Mattel has gone too far with making marketing for the franchise? Well, not marketing. You can never do enough marketing. But for marketing for their wooden railway products is different. Yeah, they have. They've even been able to out-engine in the series what they can produce for the models in their different ranges. Like how many... I don't think any range is doing every single one of those 1,000 engines for the Great Race, for example. Favorite movie? I don't know. Documentaries, really. There's the CBC did this one really great documentary about Canada back in the late 90s. Canada People's History. That's my favorite documentary series. I'm not sure about movies. What are your thoughts on some of the classic seasons? And what do you think of the returnee characters so far, such as Daisy, Duncan, Douglas, Donald, etc.? Are you still going to do crossovers? P.S. I'm not asking for one. You just like seeing me and MPS do crossovers. Yeah. It's going to take some time, though. I'm focusing on the rest of Season 1 Remastered right now. What's my favorite TWR item? I've discussed that. What is your thoughts on new episodes? Can't. Who is your favorite engine? I've discussed that. I grew a beard because I felt like it, and I also had to do this for a student project, and I couldn't cut it for like 5 months, and now I can finally cut it, and I probably will soon. Hank will not be in my series. A very low chance of me making custom Ginty. I tend to not include Ginty in my... I've taken the Railway series arc and cut it off at a certain point and taken it and made it my own. And when Ginty came to the Railway is after my part in the arc. Should Dennis be a station pilot? No. Am I a real villain? Probably not. Have you ever caught a superhero? Nah. Have you ever tried a disguise? dingy, whatever the thing is. Am I number one? No, Thomas is number one. Have you ever followed your moves? No, I haven't followed your moves. And snuck around? I haven't. Have you ever not touched that? What's that? Are you going to buy Bert or make a custom like Rex? Spoilers. 2. Can you please bring back Train Yard reviews? That's asking. I know that is a question. I've discussed that. Will you get the Great Race engines in 2016, Bertram? Probably not. Will you start your own series of season 2 to 8, 14 episodes? Sorry. Will you start your own series of season 2-8, 14 episodes, and maybe make Thomas Family the LB London Brighton South Coast E2 class? No. You make more knockoff project episodes. Yes, I promised I would, and I will. One, you can make it more mocks. I didn't know what mocks are until I asked. 2, will you make NWR 100 Years in the Making Part 2 now that you're back in business? Yes, I'm going to make that during the summertime, and I will be making more custom models for that in part. What do you think about Daisy in season 20? I haven't seen her. What's your favorite season 20 episode? I haven't seen it. What do you think about Ryan? Haven't seen him. I like his... I think they screwed up his paint. He should really be painted properly. But I like his basis. His basis is a good model. And right now I'm roughly 1/3 of the way in. What Thomas and Friends episodes did you see first? I don't know, I was probably like 1. How long have you made your sets from your videos? Well, good question. So my very first episode attempt was a layout. My second episode attempt, which was actually originally E1, was also a layout. And then episode 2, I moved up to a table, and I couldn't have one layout that had everything, so I switched to sets because I wanted to do a whole line as opposed to 1 yard. Episode 1 original was just 1 yard. So I moved to sets because it wasn't going to be in one location. And that hasn't been since 2012. Last time I used a layout, was 2012. I'm getting comfortable here, as you see. Let's keep going. Do you collect minis? No, I do not. What is your favorite Thomas and Friends movie and why? So that, which is your favorite Thomas and Friends railway engine? No, and railway engines at that. What are your thoughts on the Thomas the Creative Collective? Said that. How many customs have you made so far? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think the answer is 11. 12, 13. 13. Just forgot to. Give or take. I've not made any other than the videos that aren't released yet. I've made more, but they're going to be in their own videos that aren't released yet. Will you ever buy today's Wooden Railway Thomas the Tank Engine from 2013? Well, I think I have the little guy right here. At least his newest rendition. I think this is it, right? Yeah, I think this is it. Yeah, the wheels say 2012, so that's good enough. Do you think that lady should appear in other episodes of the Thomas Tank Engine Friends show? No, I do not. What other shows do you like besides Thomas the Tank Engine Friends, and what's your thoughts on those shows? Well, I tend to like old British shows like Dad's Army or Yes Minister. That's my favorite show. Or Last of the Summer Wine. Old BBC shows from the 70s. I don't know why. Doctor Who. Classic Doctor Who. Alright, before I make the next video, it's worth mentioning my dad's playing piano in the background, so you might hear a bit of it. Moving forward. Why did you decide to make YouTube videos? Well, there's several reasons. The Thomas Wooden Railway contest, which was this contest by Thomas Wooden Railway Reviews, now Rob, and Jay Louvier back in 2012. They gave stuff out for winning prizes and whatnot, or a video that was they judged to be best or not, and yeah, and so it pushed me to the edge, becoming watching and making, and so then I eventually wanted to make my own series, but I wanted to improve my equipment and my collection before I did that. So I took the rest of 2012 to do that and become a larger presence in the community in terms of relationships with other users and commenting. And then by 2012 I came in terms of who inspired me. That would be 3 Henry. The green engine was probably my largest inspiration in terms of making sets and what my sets look like. As in, there was other people who inspired me written more, but there's no one else who inspired me more in terms of what my sets look like. In terms of scripting, anyone who did Railway Series stuff, really. So let's keep moving on. Will the TCFMR ever appear in your series? I'm not sure what that acronym is. Will you do reviews again? I've covered that. I want a live stream, seriously though. Will there be layout tours? There will be layout videos every now and then with a bunch, and I think at some point, maybe in the summer, I had this idea, which was way back in like 2013, to make line tours where I took you down the Little Western, and every set down the Little Western, and showed you what the Little Western looked like, and then I would do it the same for Thomas's branch line, or an Edwards branch line, the main line, and so on. That might return once I have enough sets developed from each of these locations. Right now I have enough to do it on the Little Western, but it would take a lot of time. So I'm going to wait until the next time I film on those sets. I'm going to make it just for that. So that might return, and there will be videos that showcase sets in the future. If you could live on Soto, where did you live? I said that. What made you return? I've said that. Favorite TWR destination? Said that. What kids shows do you like that are besides Thomas? Thomas and for educational purposes, like shows like Nick Jr. I don't know what Nick Jr. is, but does Bill Nye the Science Guy count? Can you give me random answers for this question? Potatoes, ostriches, Dixieland. Have you ever had a factory error? Yes, I've had. There was one really small factory error in 2002 Memphis where they printed it with yellow or green instead of yellow stripes on their thing. I had actually 2 of those at a time. I sold one, but I have the other one still. And yeah, I've never made a 360 video. Have you got any other Thomas toys? I have a single Hornby model, and I have a single Earl Bertram. What's your favorite Thomas music? Think the favorite theme. I don't even know. I like them all so much. Do you like season 20? I've mentioned that. Do you have any favorite engines? Not really. Oliver, if I had to pick one, have you ever got a favorite Thomas episode? No. Do you have any favorite TV show characters? Not really. Do you think that Thomas Magic Railroad will be on the Google Play Store? What is the Google Play Store? Do you want Google Hangouts with me and look at all my trains? Sure, why not? What paint do you use for your custom models? Just this random craft paint I have. I'll show you a case right now. Here it is. It's the lighting is crap out of my place, but you can see here. I'll read it. It's decorative, all-purpose acrylic paint, I guess. I don't know. It's what was lying around my house. What's your first Thomas Wooden Railway model? I think it was a set of models when I was a kid. I think Oliver right here was one of them. I think. A few others are probably in that list. There was what items I know? There was a Henry somewhere. Can't remember what Henry it was. It could have been the one they turned into a custom. There was a few others. There was Scarloey. There's an old Scarloey. This Scarloey was one of the first. The Zoo cars were first. I don't know. When I was a kid, I got a bunch. What advice would you give newcomers? Well, number one biggest thing is lighting. So, took me a long time to figure out. You see me now? Alright, well, now look at this. This is just the normal room's lighting. But what you don't want me... Look at this lighting though, it's crap. Look at all my trains. Look, my trains look crap. So I don't think you guys... It improved my videos a crap ton when I started using softbox lighting. Lighting that you saw earlier around me. And so, number one biggest tip is lighting, softbox lighting. No other type of lighting does it. These softbox things, they're like broad daylight in a room. So I highly recommend them. Whoa, haha. Fun times. They don't recommend me. Anyways, continuing. And also just advice for newcomers is just general be nice, kind, respectful. Don't freak out. Don't be annoying. And users will if you act like your normal self. If you act just like normal in Skype calls and Google Hangouts, you're going places in terms of what social circles you're in. If you act all stingy or act all annoying, I don't know how far you can get in terms of what Skyping with other users constantly. Any new ideas for Tales of the Northwestern Railway? Many new ideas. Actually, old ideas, which I've had for years. But many ideas. Have you heard of Ed's World? No. Favorite, done that. Ever been to Halifax? I have. I was into Halifax this summer. If you haven't, sure, it's lovely. You know, I might even go to university there at Dalhousie for civil engineering, so we'll see how that goes. Do you like Theodore Tugboat and Tugs? I like Tugs, not Theodore Tugboat. I feel that Theodore Tugboat is the equivalent to Sharon Miller of Tugs. Is there a particular video that you are proud of? Episode 9, the episode's yet to come out, which I finished. Episode 4, Episode 3, Episode 1. Yeah. Next user. How has the time been on YouTube? Good. Do you recommend any users that we should watch? All of them. What are your opinions of Thomas merch we've been getting? Don't have many. Don't care really. Are you excited for new Thomas Wooden Railway items? Yeah, I might get some, I might not, we'll see. Do you collect any other merch? No. Do you ever? Did we ever say you're awesome? Oh. Do you have any future plans? Yes. I'm not telling. What foods/drinks? Yams. What wooden railway items do you dislike and dislike? All of them I like or dislike. What things have you always been waiting to get? The Coal Depot. I've always been waiting to get the Coal Depot. I've been always waiting to get a second Intercity 125. Yeah, that's about it. What things, I've said that, do you like Theodore Tugboat? Not too much, I like Tugs though. What for now is the better season, 19 or 20? What is your favorite destination? Mention that. What is your opinion on Sodor Stories collection sets that only sell in America? Don't know. Is a troublesome truck rare? The old gray face kind of is slightly rare. Not too rare, but like, it's desired. It's rare enough that the price has been going up. What is your opinion on Sodor Stories collection sets and they only sell in America? I don't know what you're talking about. Which of the big four railways is your favorite? London Midlands and Scotland Railway. It's usually underlooked and underappreciated, but I think I like it best. Thoughts on TWR items have changed over the years. Mixed. Favorite soda? Don't really have one. Water. Favorite railway series book? Soda, its people, places, history, and railways. If that counts. If not, enterprising engines. Getting there, guys. When are you making another Thomas Wooden Railway video? Thomas Wooden Railway. That's good enough. Now, when did you decide to come back? Well, May 2016, I wanted to continue making my series, so I started making those videos. Found an excuse to, and then I've set up here. And then I filmed the majority of Season 1 Remastered. I was planning to do more in the summer. My computer crashed. I decided not to come back. And then through a long series of events, I decided to keep coming back in November of this year. Originally it was going to be October I was going to come back. However, I was way behind in my uploading what I wanted to have done in terms before I came back. So, that's that. Why did you decide to come back? We said this. What got you back into Thomas? Well, the Railway series. I didn't know the Railway series as a kid. Do you like international characters? No. Do you like the TCC? Talked about that. Star Wars, Star Trek, Star Wars. What's your most prized Wooden Railway item? A Whiteface. Now that you've introduced Salty, Murdoch, Harvey, and Fergus into the Railway series world, I like this question so far. Will other TV series characters get the same treatment in the near future? E.g. Emily, Bertram, Derek, Dennis, etc. Well, Emily is Rowan in my series, and she's died. So, no. Who else did you list? Bertram. Not. I'm going to be using his model in the future for a new original character. I haven't yet decided if I'm going to customize his model, repaint it or not. But it's going to be under a different name and a completely different persona. So kind of. And there's several other characters which I'm going to do a very similar thing to that. Very good question though. Thanks for asking. That was Dan Ferber. He knows his stuff. Why did you leave? I've answered that like 20 times. What did you think about The Great Race? Haven't seen it. What is your favorite custom that you've made so far? What did you say? Come back to YouTube. What did you paint? What paint do you use for your models? What is your favorite season of the Thomas Tank Engine? What is your... I don't have a favorite season. What is the first Thomas item you ever owned? What do you have? Any better brands besides Wooden Railway? What is any favorite characters? I'm just going to read them off, and you can tell they're repeats because I've already answered all of these questions. Do you collect anything other than Wooden Railway? Do you collect anything other than Wooden Railway? What is something you value that you've attained from being on YouTube for many years? Well, the many friends, Vinny. That was Thomas Mini 24 Vinny. A lot actually. I've attained a lot of friends, a lot of video making skills, that's for sure. Editing skills. Fun. Fun is the most. Oh, and the money. That's been nice. Defender of the Tank Engine 1200 trademark says, what's your thoughts on infamous meme / joke Welcome Stanley that Rob somehow made possible? Not really too many. How does it feel to be back after a year or so? Has the community changed for the better or worse since I've left? I think the better. Quality's up. Uploads are down slightly, but not by much. Users are up. New users are up. So, I think better. Oh boy, I have a one that tried to do the 267s, but didn't come close. However, came a lot closer than everyone else who tried. Bob Doss. Alright, let's see. I'm just going to go like this every time I see one that I have already answered. Number one. Song of all time. Favorite song? Oh, Jerusalem. British Patriotic Hymn, Jerusalem. Favorite song of all time. I thought about making a vlog series. He asked would I consider making a vlog series. I've thought about it. I've actually even made a channel where I was going to do it, but then I backed out, decided not to. Did I like some of the episodes that Britt Allcroft made that tried to copy the Railway series? No, I didn't really like them. There was slight errors in all of them. How was your time with Dieselfan 08? It was brilliant. Would you do a collaboration with Dieselfan 08? Probably in the future I will. Have you ever done non-Thomas the Tank Engine related animation before? Animation? No, I haven't even done Thomas the Tank Engine animation. I've done drawings. Does that count? How would I class myself in the community? Well, I use sets, I use voice actors, and I'm indoors mostly. I guess those are big classifications. Would I upgrade from one railway to another model? Unless someone gave me like every hurdle there is ever, and then some, or something else like that. Or no, it's going to be pretty hard for me to change from one railway. What type of music is my favorite? Like old patriotic hymns. 12. If you were forced to kill off one of your series, Tales of the Northwestern Railway and your review series, which one it would be? I kind of done that, and I've killed off the review series. Do you like TTE creepypastas? Not so much. What would you do if you have 1 million subscribers or 300,000 subscribers? Well, I don't know. That's a question for another day. How did you meet MPS? I'm going to abstain from this question. I think it's best to leave my initial encounters with MPS in the graveyard for now. I might tell people privately, but I don't want it to be public. I have not seen the Glid episode, as he asked me about it. What's going to be somebody... what are going to do if someone accomplishes their 267 questions? I'll answer them. Why did you choose the name Oliver Duck? I've been through this. Why did you agree to do a collab with Dieselfan 08? Because he was nice and I said I would. I asked first, so it was on my responsibility to do it. That inspired me to be one. Why did you join the TWC? I've talked about that. Would you ever do a non-Thomas related film with Wooden Railway reviewers, aka Rob? Well, I kind of did that slightly with my Christmas Carol thing. Not too much. Probably would. Which TWR community member isn't my least favorite? Probably Thomas Wooden Crap. What made you leave your snowmobile and return to YouTube? I've never left my snowmobile. Can you speak another language? Je suis comprends un petit peu de français. Car un petit peu. C'est très un petit peu de français. I can speak a bit of French. George Carlin or Ringo Starr? Ringo Starr. Hillary or Trump? Prepared to abstain. Slash third party. What is your dream job and why? Being a civil engineer, because I'm actually building real things in the world. And it also looks fun. It's my favorite holiday, Christmas. What's your least favorite video that you have made, excluding the collab with Diesel Fan 08? That is not my least favorite video, I can tell you that. Probably one of my old crappy custom Arsdale engines, maybe. What would you do if you got $2 million? Invest it wisely. What is your least favorite smock character? I have no clue. What is your favorite TTE movie? I've talked about that. What would you ever consider doing a review of Thomas and the Magic Railroad? I'll consider it, but I don't think so. I don't really do reviews of specials much. Let's keep going here. What's your favorite? No, I've said that. Why Canada? Because I was born here. My family's from here. What's your favorite movie, excluding Thomas? Talked about that. Why the Beard? I've talked about that. Who are you gonna most likely review in the near future? Troublesome Trucks. Do you like the Whiteface Troublesome Truck? Yes, I do like the Whiteface Troublesome Truck. What's your least favorite movie? Oh, I don't know. Diesel thing or Misty Island Rescue. What's your most favorite video game of all time? I haven't played video games much, but the one video game I've played in the past 5 years that I've liked, I can't even remember the name. Sorry. Oh, Roblox with friends. That's fun. I've never tried Beige Blast or Baja Blast or whatever you call it. I wore Pitch Black, so I don't know. Why? I don't know. How long does it take you to edit a video? So, example I ever used for Christmas, that was a 12-hour edit. The rendering is the killer thing. This is going to be horrible to render, let me tell you. This is going into low quality. Favorite TTE related video, excluding specials or movies. Well, if it's a TTE related video, I'm going to have to say Masters of Lemon Special Funnel Review. Cat or Doge? Neither. Most favorite question you've been asked in my Q&A, excluding this question. My favorite one was by Hi, asking if we could go suit shopping, and it's still a definitely. How long does it take you to edit a video? I've said earlier, what is your most favorite TWR non-review show, excluding TWR show, excluding my TWR show? Oh, Master of Lemons, he's just brilliant in every way there is. What is your most favorite, what memes do you not mind or like? I don't know many memes that are big, so welcome Stanley. What was the worst performance you've done on any video you've made? All of the videos I was acting in before I left were all crap acting. Like everyone. My Strand Dialing reviews especially. What should one do if one wants to start a TWR channel? Alright, so firstly, here's the thing. You gotta go to YouTube. You gotta link your Gmail with a new TWR channel. You gotta name it something with TDR, you gotta put a TDR item on its icon. Then you gotta go out and buy some TWR. That's a big step. And then you gotta make videos with it. So get your equipment good, get a good backdrop, get some equipment to put in your backdrop, get some whatever you need to do if you want to make episodes, write some scripts. And once you start making videos, once you have one or two out, trying to be not annoying, but present in the community, make a Twitter. I advise everyone making a Twitter. It's a great way to keep up to date with every TWR user, as well as message people. So everyone here listening to this, make a Twitter. And try to not to get noticed, but to be nice. And eventually people will talk to you, and if people like how you sound, you will eventually get known in the community and do big things, and you might do well if your videos are good quality and you're a good person. That's what it was for me. Even though one of my videos were crap quality, within the first few weeks I was talking to some of the community's biggest users. We're finally out of that huge Bob Doss one. What are your thoughts on Thomas the Magic Railroad, Dustin or Logan or Sam? I have no clue on most of those people. I think Logan's that small engine. I don't know the rest. If you had the power to discontinue one TWR item currently available, which one would it be? The aquarium cars. Let's just say that. What made you want to be on YouTube? I've talked about this. How long does it take you to make a video? So an episode, it depends, varies on an episode. So I'm doing most of my season 1 stuff. So you're going to notice that, for example, episode 4, there was a lot of Tidmouth, there was some Wellsworth, there was some Crosby, and 3 episodes are going to use Crosby, for example. 4 episodes are going to use Wellsworth. And there's going to be 5 episodes using Tidmouth. So I didn't obviously make those sets every time for the season. I'd do it in an episode. I made it once, and then I filmed everything for the rest of the season on that set. So it's kind of hard to tell one thing in particular. For this set behind me, I use it in like 4 shots in total over 2 different episodes, and it took me 6-7 hours to make. But then all I used for Christmas, which was only a 3 set shot, took me 12 hours to film and another 12 hours to edit. And probably another 3 hours in voice acting and scripting. Yeah. Advice for a series: stay true to yourself. Do what motivates you to make a series. It will be the best that way. And do you need a voice actor? Not at the moment. If you want to do a driver, you can send an audition for that. What's your favorite character of the Thomas the Tank Engine series? I think I have seen this one before. When did you start collecting TWR? When I was like 2. Actually collecting at 12. Alright, here's the fun one. So, Lelinar Flying Scotsman Roberto asks, screw you, here they are. 1. When was the last time you shaved? I answered that question this morning. Maybe, I don't know. You see the middle of this stuff here? I shave that stuff. When will Roberto's reactions return? I've been asking you to film that for a while now, so whenever you frickin' are motivated enough to get off whatever and come on Skype. Have you gotten a new snowmobile since 2015? No, I still have my one from 1998 and 2001. Can you spread the word about Mr. Mac Mondays? I am now. Which is better, Wigger Wednesdays or Mr. Mac Mondays? I gotta say Mr. Mac Mondays for me personally. Have you ever gone moose hunting? Yes, I have. Can you drink a cup of maple syrup on camera? I will, and send you the link. Aren't you glad I turned you into a GIF? I am very glad. Can you put on your Hudson's Bay coat for the rest of the questions? No, I cannot. Can you sign my wooden herald? Of course. Have you ever puffed the devil's lettuce? No, I have not. Can I have your white face? No, I am not. Asking for a friend, of course. Even though your main focus will be Tales of the Northwestern Railway, will you have time for the side projects like crossovers, train wreck reviews, and other things upcoming weeks? Weeks-ish. The rest of the year-ish. We'll see. When will we be coming back to the Minecraft server? Summer. Is the real reason you left to a marathon in your Doctor Who, so MPS 2002 can't bug your crossovers? Partly. Can you do an impression of a very stereotypical Canadian? What do you want me to do that for, eh? You're just a hoser. You're getting me to do this for a hoser. And why are you even doing this, eh? I was just out and about making my own videos, eh? I gotta say sorry, though. I've been a bit rash and a bit mean here. I know you're being a wee bit of a hoser, but you're still just a guy, eh? Sorry about this, bud. Do you want to go down for Timmy's? I'll get you a double-double. There you go. It's not too far off from me. What did I have for breakfast? Good point. I should eat food today. Can you give me a fact about yourself? I am not reading the rest of the question. I like Thomas. There we go. Then that's it. Hey, will you pick up 2016 Bertram? There's slight chance. I have the past one. Have you heard about the 2017/2016 Trevor? I saw it on eBay. Yeah, I've heard of it. I'll probably not buy it. So here is Malta Green Thunder. Hear the thunder. Hear it roar. And we're almost done, guys. Not much more. Alright. Very nice opening comment here. Then he says, while you were away from the community, did you see lots of TWR videos? I know you've already been asked this, but it's more referencing to the many videos that you were referenced in, such as crossover reviews. I have seen all the ones I've referenced in. The new setup is pretty cool. Do you still film in your room? No, I do not. I film in where my old model railway HO layout was. What was the item? Sorry, this is skipping. What would you like to see happen with TWRC in the future? Hopes for the future. I don't know. It's gone. It's different. As long as less plastic, cheaper prices, and I'll be happy. More detail, less price, and cheaper item, less plastic, and etc. I do not play Pokemon. Any future behind the scenes stories from your time on YouTube? And he's referencing to a little incident with the Oliver crossover I did with Person Number 6, where I set a piece of paper on fire, and I caught it on fire into the trash bin, and I pushed it into, and I set it out, and my parents were looking around for the source of the smell, and I hit it enough and got rid of it, and no others. If there was one user who left, came back, who would you like it to be? It doesn't have to be strictly WRC. If I was asked this question at the time I left, it would be you. Even actually probably LAR Flying Scotsman throughout all of time. What item do you want? No, I'm skipping a bunch again. What songs you would like? Patriotic hymns. Let's see what else is here. What was it like meeting Rob in real life? Well, it was really interesting. It wasn't anything normal. The feeling that just talking to a real person and talking with TWR is so different than in Skype calls. It was really quite an amazing experience. I don't regret it ever, and it was amazing. It was also just an honor doing it for the first time, first actual talking to another Wooden Railway user ever in history. What songs do you like? Patriotic hymns. Are there any particular directors that inspire you? No, I have no clue. It doesn't have to be TTE. Oh, if it's TTE, then just Wooden Railway. Well, everyone I've mentioned before were in my inspirations. Continuing, what's your favorite video from a Thomas user? The Master of Lemons, the remake on the Special Funnel, is my favorite video from any Thomas user. That was just blown out of the park. Maybe even one of his series episodes beats it. Maybe something from TARDIS Rescue, maybe something for Wild Northwestern. Everything there is very good. If all the items from the show were up for auction, What one would you want the most? I think it's, yeah. What one would I buy? Well, good question. I would buy some little thing that would cost nothing, just to say I had it. What was an item that you wanted when you were a kid but could never find? Douglas. I wanted Douglas. Couldn't find Douglas. Only had a Donald. What else? I wanted like a bunch of these old ones. I can't remember. Douglas was by far the largest one I wanted. Bertram I wanted dearly. Let's keep reading here. Would you be willing to help Santa save Christmas? Did you see Eric Pierre's Christmas review is what we'll answer to that one. Have you heard about Rory Wilson selling TWR prototypes on eBay? Yes, I have. I find it very interesting. What's it like being a Canadian who's a fan of British show and a huge fan of with a huge American fan base? Basically, has Thomas taught you more about American culture, or were a lot of the things already common knowledge in Canada? Well, in Canada, yeah, the vast majority of American culture is common knowledge. Same with British, more or less. We're kind of halfway between British and American and know a lot about both of them. Slightly on the more American side, but it depends on the person. I'm slightly on the British side. A lot of people are slightly on the American side. Varies person to person, but yeah. Talking with people on Skype has helped me learn more about American culture, I would say. Yeah, that's really it. Do you ever hope to become a feature film creator in the future, or have you purchased Do you ever hope to become a feature film creator in the future, or are you pursuing science stuff or something else? So I am pursuing science stuff, as in civil engineering, and yeah, I don't know if I don't really. This is a hobby. I don't want this to be my career, if that makes sense. So I think it's going to end at my channel in terms of me and film. I do a bunch of fun things with my friends. Like I'm making a feature film. I'm not the director, but I'm the producer of it, and one of the leading actors of it. So that's fun, but I don't think anything more than a student film. Let's see. Continuing, what will you be helping Santa save Christmas? To answer this one. Why do we drive in the parkway and park in the driveway? I don't know. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Baby, don't hurt me. No more. Can you help me get a peacock? Can you help me get a peacock off my roof? No. How am I supposed to give 267 questions when YouTube has a character limit? An evil ploy. Can I mail you the rest of the 200 plus questions? Yes, you can. How expensive is it to ship to Canada? Adds a few bucks on. Depends on the size of the item. Larger the item, more expensive it is. Why is international shipping so dang expensive? Mostly because of the fact that you have to go through a border and custom things, which costs money to screen through, and there might be some other. I don't think there's any tariffs or something, but who knows? Can you please tell person number 6 to give me my lawnmower back? He borrowed it and won't give it back. I will. I can't think of a good question. Have any ideas? Why did you pick this tie? Why did you pick this suit? Why are you staring off the distance like this? What is the type of wood that your studio is built out of? What is the sky? And yeah, Multi Green Thunder, very good guy. Very close to the end here. I can see the end of the tunnel, so to speak. When are you? I'm into sports. I'm into rugby, rugby, hockey, and a bunch of other winter sports: skiing, snowmobiling, so on. Curling. Do you like any other shows targeted for little kids other than Thomas? Not really. My one question: what do you think of the advancement of so many users since you left? It's really amazing. Everyone's just exploded in quality. Quality levels just like woof. Luckily, I have been able to barely keep up. I'm certainly further behind than I used to be in terms of me compared to other users in terms of quality. Many other users now are higher quality than I. When I used to be not the best by far, but like up there in the top 5 or so in terms of user quality. But now there's dozens the same level or higher than me. So it's really insane how fast the quality's growing. But episodes, however, there's not. All of these people are doing remakes. Very few of them are doing episodes mainly. And I think my writing, I have a bit of an edge. I think my writing is something a bit different. What are your thoughts on season 20, Hugo, Extraordinary Engines? Don't know what you're talking about. What map maker you love, Oliver and Duck, so much? What map maker you love, Oliver and Duck, so much? I don't know. What's your favorite CGI series? Thomas. The only ones I've seen a lot is 17. Are you going to make one of Toby's brothers? Probably not. Or an Alfred? Probably not. And that's it as of Boxing Day 2016 in terms of what questions I've been asked. Now, thank you very much, each and every one of you who asked a question or didn't ask a question. Sorry for any background noise, and I hope everyone liked this video. Have a very good new year, and this has been Oliver Duck. Out.